Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. Well, I'm at home today, but I'm not feeling great, if I'm honest. I think I may well have picked up a bit of a cold. My Aura ring is telling me to take care because my readiness score isn't very good this morning. But guess what I did? I went out all day at the Goodwood Motor Circuit for the media day, standing around in the freezing cold, driving supercars around Goodwood. So I can't be that poorly, right? But I had to get this filmed today. It's Tuesday evening now because I'm out all day tomorrow filming the podcast with Pat and Joe and a very cool guest, actually. And I thought if I don't film it now, I might not actually get it out. So there you go. Anyway, if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. Now, from the last Midweek 180, leader of the pack was Malcolm Brew, joined in the Magnificent Seven by Francois G, Kevin DG7, Jake Warren, Lewis Hunter, Michael Kember and Gary Matthews. So whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week and the first 7 comments will be in my Magnificent Seven. Who woke up early to watch the Formula One. It's the only problem with it being on in Australia. If you live in the UK, you have to wake up really early. And I was really annoyed because I hadn't realised my Skybox hadn't been set to record. So I ended up having to watch qualifying on catch up on YouTube. But anyway, a really cool weekend. Great result for Lando. I can start to see that this year's going to be really, really tight. Obviously, Max is right up there. Gutted for Piastri. I think he deserved better. Obviously, had the little off at the end, although he did try hard, reversing all that way on the grass. The Mercedes boys did well. Kimi Antonelli, what a debut for him in the numbers 2 Mercedes seat. And Albon, apparently Albon scored more points on Sunday in one race than he did the whole season last year. So it's great to see Williams. And I guess if Carlos Sainz can get a decent result, they've clearly got a pretty good car, or certainly the makings of a good car underneath them. New car news. I dropped a video on Monday of this week about the new Renault 5 Turbo 3E. I went to Paris last week to get an exclusive first glance at that car. And I just wanted to mention it really. Firstly, if you haven't watched the video, it's doing all right. Head on over and have a watch. Even if you don't like electric cars, for me, this is the kind of EV, the poster boy that we should have. Remember when we were all growing up, if you were my age, you had, I don't know, Countachs or Ferrari F40s, all these aspirational cars on the wall. Well, those cars are now, whether we like it or not, they're going to have to be electric drivetrains. So the fact that Renault have even made this car, or sorry, correction, will be making this car, they're making 1,980 of them. It's too expensive for a start. It's a very, very trick bit of kit with some quite novel technology. I think it's going to be the first production road car with in-hub or in-wheel motors on the rear axle. But the one thing I wanted to say is how many people have still got a problem with EVs having turbo in their name. Guys and girls, we've had that since about 2019 when Porsche bought out the turbo. Back in the day, a turbocharger meant that the car, or if anything was called turbo, the car had a turbocharger and it was the fast one. Today, pretty much every petrol car and diesel car has a turbocharger, so there's no point putting turbo on the back. Turbo now just means the fast one. So the fact that it's an electric drivetrain, it's just the fast one, like a Taycan Turbo or a Taycan Turbo S. It's just a model designation. It's not describing whether there's a turbo or not. So if you're sad enough to still have the ump about that, I feel sorry for you. That's bound to get a few comments. Anyway, I mentioned about being at the Goodwood Media Day. I did some interesting filming. One of the things I've been playing with is I'm working with these guys. These guys are called Cambox. This is a point of view camera. And the really cool thing about this, it's brilliant for track days because it's got Velcro on the top and you get your helmet and it basically sticks up just above your eye line like that. And what that means is when you're driving, you can't see it, but it gets a perfect line of sight because the camera's almost in between your eyes. So when you look at the footage, it's absolutely bob on and it does audio as well. Now, I was only playing with it today. I haven't got my head around all the settings. I haven't got my head around how to optimize it, but I thought you'd quite like to see the results, because one of the cars I went in today was a Lamborghini Revuelto. Now, Lamborghini, when they're at the media day, they tend to just do passenger laps with a professional racing driver, which is fine by me, because it always makes me realize just how rubbish a driver I am. So we went around Goodwood for 3 laps in a Lamborghini Revuelto, and down the back straight in between Lavant Corner and Woodcote, we hit 174 miles an hour, and that was, the driver had to back off because there was a slower car going into Woodcote. On most of the runs, he was hitting between 181 and 182 miles an hour. Now, if you know anything about Goodwood, that is bonkers fast. So, anyway, let's see how I got on. Here's a hot lap in the Lamborghini Revuelto. You've got 2 speedos. There's one right in front of you, so you can see the speed, and you can also see the rev counter and stuff in front of the driver. Enjoy.
Here we go. Oh wow, 145 through Ford Water, come on! Jesus! $174. Flipping out. Oh, you're committed. 55. Jesus.
Mega, huh? Now, I've got a few other hot laps. I went in a Taycan Turbo GT, which was insanely quick. I've got some footage of that, which I'll either drop on YouTube or across my Instagram or Facebook. But the main reason for using this is I got to drive the Ferrari 296 GTS, the yellow one that I had as a press car a couple of weeks ago. I haven't published that video yet, but I managed to get a commentary hot lap of me driving around Goodwood. I didn't hit 174 miles an hour, but I did hit 161. So I'm quite pleased with that, basically. So check out that video. It's going to be dropping next week, probably. I also got to drive the M5 Touring today, only for 40 minutes. It's a real quick review, but I'll tell you when that's about to drop. Next week's quite busy on the channel. In fact, this weekend I'm away in the New Forest with Skoda, with Tracy and the pups. We've got a really cool weekend away with Skoda, so that should be a bit of fun video. We're in the new L-Rock, so I'll be making a video of that experience. And next week I'm going to Turkey with Toyota for the world premiere drives of the new Hilux. And the really cool thing is, I don't know if you remember last year, myself and a good videographer mate of mine, Alex, made a video when we went to Morocco for the Land Cruiser first drives. Well, Alex is coming again. We've been challenged by Toyota to make the coolest video we can, and challenge is accepted. So let's hope we manage to do that. I'm overrunning now, but hey-ho. This Friday's video is the Audi RS6 Performance. The car went back yesterday. I had it a week. Sensational car. Absolutely sensational car. So much to talk about. It's 5 years since I've driven an RS6, and it was a really big eye-opener for me. So make sure you tune in for that. The press car I had was the most amazing spec as well. And then on Monday, if I can get the video edited, I'm going to do the M5 Touring as a back-to-back. I didn't get very long with the car. I have spoken to BMW. I'm going to get the car as a 1-week press loan to do a proper review. But I had the opportunity to drive it. The car's only just arrived on the BMW UK press fleet. So I was one of the first journos to get to drive the UK press car, and I couldn't turn that down. So tune in on Monday next week at 6 o'clock. But anyway, there you go. I'll put a link below if you're interested in Cambox, but stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be doing much more with these guys. They've got a range of different cameras, different versions. I've just wanted to kind of show you a first glance really and get your opinion on it because it's a very, very cool piece of kit. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped.